But Shaina NC, the Congress is saying that this is the usual tactics of the BJP in poll season. You are back to doing Hindu-Muslim.
Absolutely not. Any manifesto has to be a vision plan of a particular party. When I say vision plan, what you choose to do for the women of this country, whether it's a triple talaq, Nari Shakti Vandan, etc., making sure that women are empowered, security. I divide this into 4 sections because our Prime Minister has always said that there are only 4 vote banks. Then comes the youth. Obviously, the idea of regenerating employment and self, kind of entrepreneurship, small-scale industries, medium-scale industries, etc. Then you have the farmers, which obviously we want to empower through a better digital technology, that's 6,000 rupees which has been given to the bank accounts, etc. And then you have a segment which is that of the poor and the below poverty line, which you want to empower and make sure that they are on the path to progress. That is how a manifesto should read. What does the Congress manifesto read? It is an imprint of the Muslim League, which is not just a statement of the Bharatiya Janata Party, but it is factual. You are talking about personal laws, you are talking about being appeasement driven, you are talking about being typically pseudo-secular, because that's all the Congress party has ever done. And if you look in the past, in the present, in the future, they have no agenda. It is only vote bank politics, which is appease the Muslims, appease the Dalits, and make sure that you are representing yourself as this pseudo-secular bunch of people with no vision plan at all. Now, if you compare that to the Bharatiya Janata Party, what are we saying? We are saying that we have empowered the lives of 60 crore Labhartis through schemes which have percolated down to the poorest of poor. Does that divide people on the basis of caste, creed, community, on the basis of Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh? Not at all, because the Prime Minister, when he gives a gas cylinder, nobody questions who the recipient is. It's only got to be the poor.
Okay.
If you look at them, the poor,
right. So
as
you
a vote bank
pitting
for the
Congress's
future,
manifesto,
make sure that
calling it one that has an imprint of Muslim League, and saying that the BJP delivers on Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas speech of the Prime Minister. Let me read from Congress manifesto and Lokesh Jindal. Point number 6, page number 8. We will ensure that minorities receive their fair share of opportunities in education, healthcare, public employment, skill development, sports, cultural activities without discrimination. Is there discrimination now? Lokesh, let me read the next point, then you answer it together. Point number 7. Congress will ensure that, like every citizen, minorities have the freedom of choice of dress, food, language, personal laws. Is that absent now?
Can I answer?
Sure.
Pradesh, these are the very points that you find them in the directive principle of state policy and the fundamental rights of our constitution. Over a period of time, since last 10 years, we have seen these values getting eroded and being undermined, and there has been attempts to ignore the plight of those who are marginalized and those who are not those who are into the mainstream of the development story. I want to ask a question. Isn't it right that today we have a highest inequality in terms of economic development, in terms of gender issues, in terms of social mobilization? And why is it wrong, if we are talking about social justice, by giving positive rights, positive discrimination of those who are marginalized and the downtrodden? Rather than tagging this particular manifesto, it is important to learn what this manifesto is highlighting and what is the need for the country. Congress manifesto is going to strengthen India's secular credentials. It is going to make the country stronger, and it will truly curb the tendency.
Before I get Shaina to come in, Lokesh, you were talking about the Constitution and, the provisions of the Constitution. Article 44 of the Indian Constitution talks about Uniform Civil Code. Why is the Congress silent on that? Do you support it in principle?
If you read the Article 44, nowhere does it say with suitable.
44 with Article 43B of the Constitution, you will see the difference between the two. The Article 43, all other articles in the Part 4 of the Constitution require the state to come out with a suitable legislation, but not Article 44. So what I intend to say is Article 44 has to be an aim that is to be gradually realized.
No, gradually.
By social movements,
No. By gradually, you mean
social movements. By
No.
movements
By
from
gradually,
below, rather than imposing it via social legislation.
who is imposing it? If there is a legislation, how are legislations being imposed?